Let's break it down. Was it crankbait? Was it a worm? Was it a spinner blade?
So I was using a chatterbait,
Okay.
a jig, and had a little swim bait that I used. So I started out my day every day with my chatterbait. First thing in the morning,
Yep.
I found some tilapia in an area that I knew that it probably was going to create a bigger bite. So that was one of my.
See, there's the key information. Fishing for tilapia.
When you find these tilapia at Lake Mead, usually the largemouth are always around. So, and Brett High was in an area that was like loaded with tilapia, and I was really worried about that side because I had to pick my spot and I really had to grind it out. The chatterbait came into play about the first 15 minutes of the day, and it was my bigger bites. And then those fish just seemed to just move off, and I don't know what they just went deeper or what they did, but they were, after the sun popped, they were gone. So day one, we caught a couple 3-pounders on that first thing. And then once the sun came up, we switched to a jig. Day one was definitely by far our best bite. We probably caught 3 limits of fish day one. Throwing back 2-pounders. I mean, it was an awesome day. And Lake Mead's one of those lakes where it could have blown 30, 40 miles an hour the second day. So I don't really save fish at Lake Mead. I'm just going to try to get the bigged bag I possibly can.
Yeah.
So after the sun
So
popped,
you don't have a fish management
protocol
on a multi-day.
Well, I tried to, but the problem was that there was a lot of people in the area, and I had to really guard the area. And once I kind of moved out, people moved in, and there was actually other anglers that caught 3-pounders after I left. But it's always about making the right decision. So I switched to the jig, and that was my primary bite, was my jig and my Texas rig. I love the Yamamoto flapping hog. That's what I Texas rigged, dragging that through over the grass. I was also using a Phoenix jig. It's an Arky style jig I bought because it has a Gamakatsu hook, and I trust all the Gamakatsu stuff. An owner flipping hook on my Texas
I'm gonna have
rig.
to get you winged on Daiichi.
Yeah, everybody makes a good product. They really are. So, but it's all about confidence.
A lot of good stuff.
If you're a tournament angler, you know that. So, switch to the jig and the Texas rig, and pretty much just use that all first day. After I had a limit, I did a lot of the topwater bite. We talked about that. I couldn't find a topwater bite on the lake. I knew from previous tournaments in October that the jig was going to win me the tournament. So I stuck with the jig.